Hi, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to my space. My name is Grace Mwangi. Uh, I'm a mom of two. I've been married for 2 years, 5 years, sorry. So today I want to share with you a little bit about my weight loss journey. It's a journey. It has been a journey of over a year, a little bit over a year. Yeah, my turning point happened around last year August when I was going to get my baby. So with me I have a few pointers. I'm not where I want to be exactly, but I'm not where I used to be. So I'm all about celebrating the little goals in life. I'm all about self appreciation. I'm all about appreciating myself. So a little bit of a backstory about me. So I've always been a big girl ever since I can remember. When we were kids, I was being teased about my weight. I had a certain nickname. I won't tell you. Yeah, I had a certain nickname. It didn't bother me that much. When I went to primary school, I guess I reduced. But when I went to high school, I gained it. I started gaining it gradually as we grew. So I remember in I think form three or form four, when we were doing the statistics, mathematics about statistics, and we were weighing ourselves and stuff. And at that point, I was 77 kgs. I think that's a lot because I was the heaviest in that class. So that didn't bother me as much. But when I went to campus, I started noticing. I I gained weight when I was in campus. I think it's because of being independent and living alone and venturing into food and whatever. So I gained weight when I was in campus. I was big. I was the big girl in campus too. And because I was alone, so I didn't have to like cook or anything. I was snacking. I was eating a lot of fast food. I was like I'm an introvert first of all, so I could stay up to a week locked in my room, so long as I had snack and I had movies, and there was no classes. I had my baby when I was in third year, and with that pregnancy also came weight, a lot of weight. And I used to tell myself like, now that I'm married and I'm having children, I'll just work on my body after I finish having children. And that was my mentality for a while. I think for more than 3 years or so, that was my mentality. Like I didn't care. I didn't care, or I tried to show that people that I don't care, like it is not bothering me. And that was my wall, like my guard. That was my guard up. But you see, when people maybe we're in a family gathering and people are taking photos, I used to hate photos. Like I used to hate photos. I used to shy away from photos because I didn't like the way I'm appearing, or I didn't like the way I'm dressing, or how my clothes are hugging me and stuff. I didn't like it. But I couldn't show, so I was like telling people, you kama inakubodha ye shida yako. And I added a lot of weight due to that pregnancy. And then I don't know what happened when you're in a comfortable relationship. You just put on weight. I added a lot of weight. And also after giving birth, like that's a story for another day. But when I got my son, um, after getting my son, the first month was depressing. It was depressing because he was premature, and then all the postpartum depressions, postpartum issue. Life was happening so fast for me because now this is a marriage. I'm a new mom. I'm still in school, and then I'm also trying to venture into business. It was too much. It was overwhelming. I was stressing a lot. I was stress eating. I was not sleeping enough because I was always my life like was moving so fast. It was so fast. It was over. And myself and my body was not my priority at that time. I had lost myself. I had lost myself in my marriage too much. At that time it was too much. So I had lost myself. I was I was eating because I was breastfeeding. So two plates, two plates for me and for the baby. By that time, by then I didn't notice that I didn't like, my health was not a priority. My weight was not a priority to me. Like, I'd lost myself. That time I didn't know. Like, looking back now, that's what I'm saying. But that time I didn't know. Like, my self esteem was tainted. Me as a person was tainted. So I had heard about dieting. I had seen people dieting, but that was like a far reality from where I was. Like, that was not me. And when I tried some dieting, I saw it wasn't working for me at that time. So what's the point? What's the point of even trying? I was doing some aerobics here and there, but then I was expecting fast results. Like, I could do aerobics for like a week or so, and when I see that there was no change, I quit. I quit it. I try eating healthy, but after a week it's not working. So what's the point? I just give up. But my turning point, as I said, came about August last year when I was going to have my second born. I had my second born through CS. And God, it was an experience. I went to a public hospital to get my baby. And doctors in public hospitals, like, they can say what they, I think they have some arrogance to it or something. I don't know. I felt like, I feel that they have they speak how they want, sorry to say. So when I was lying on the CS table, you can imagine, there were some they seemed like young doctors that they were supposed to operate on me. And then one came and said, "Oh, hey, hii ni size yako, sijui so and so, hii ni size yako." And that one came and said, nimeoperate kwa hii size so much, today si operate, I'm too tired, call so and so. And then so and so came on. Ay, madam, ujihurumii na hii weight, sijui nini nini nini. My God, at that point, why were we discussing about my weight? I'm about to have my daughter, so why are we talking about even weight? Oh God, wow. That is when it hit me, like, the doctors don't want to operate on me because of my weight. Because of my weight. I don't know why, but that hit me hard. And I said, oh my God, just because of food, I could potentially lose my baby. I could potentially lose my life. No, something had to change. And then, hey, Google, Dr. Google, I could Google things. The risk that come with having a baby through CS, and you are overweight. Well, I could Google things, and I was so scared. I was so scared, guys. Even after getting out of the hospital after 3 days, when I came home, I had read so many things online, and they were messing. They were messing with my mind. There was something about clotting, and I don't know what. Like, I could get a clot or something. Something about breathing, and I used to sleep funny even when I was back in the hospital, because there was some time I could sleep, and then one time I was sleeping just normal, just taking a rest, and my bedmate woke me up and said, "Hey, Mama Nani, what's wrong? How are you breathing?" I said, "No, I'm fine." I couldn't hear myself. Okay, what was happening? He said, "You were snoring, you were breathing heavily, and then you stopped after a while." That didn't bother me. But when I came home, my house help also told me the same thing. And guys, I used to avoid sleeping at night. Like, I could transnight and sleep around 5, so that my house help can listen to me when I'm sleeping, and when I stop like breathing, she could come and check on me. That was the level of anxiety I had at that time. Just so much. And that is when I decided, no, this must stop. This must stop. That experience broke me. It hit me. Like, this is happening at such a critical point just because of my weight. Just because of the poor decision I've been making. Just because of not putting myself first. Why? So I decided there and then I'll do something about it. And when I came home, I started my journey. I started realizing myself. I started seeing my weight and my lifestyle as a priority, because now I'm a mom of two. my life is still progressing. Before that, I used to say like I'll work on my body after giving birth, after finishing all the giving birth, because I keep on, if I work on it and then I give birth again, I'll gain all the weight. But then life is still moving and years are still going and my body is still suffering. Like, this is me. Why am I letting, the way after giving birth you're encouraged like to eat, I don't know, black beans because of milk, you're encouraged to eat certain foods because of milk production and the healing process. But then I had seen someone who had such a difficult time pooping because of the black beans and because of the mukimo, the one that you eat so that you can have a lot of milk. Hey, and I decided no, that won't be me. Even the weight part and the experience on the hospital bed faded for a while, but this one of pooping, oh no, this one of pooping was, I was fearing it more. So I didn't eat black beans, I didn't eat the mukimo, I didn't eat all the starchy things for 2 months. I was eating more vegetables, I was eating more water, I was eating just soft food. And guys, I had started my weight loss journey even without knowing it. Um, I was encouraged after 2 months because I saw such a huge difference. I had lost 8 kgs, 8 kgs already, without even being intentional about it. But then I decided, now if this is working, it felt more rewarding, it felt so good. And I decided, so this is working, I can do this. I can do this. So I was intentional now about losing weight. I started on keto. So I had cut down ultimately all the carbs. I was eating now more veggies, more meat. I used to like keto because I could eat a lot of meat. I was eating a lot of meat, guys. But then remember, I was breastfeeding, so I was constantly hungry. I was so hungry all the time. I was so hungry all the time. And I thought maybe my baby is losing some nutrients. But then I Googled, Dr. Google again. There was a part I read on Google that it was even encouraging keto because they were saying that basically when you're on keto, you are losing fat and the fat is going to the milk and the milk now have more fat or stuff and it's good for the baby apparently. But I wasn't confident. I felt like I'm denying my child some nutrients. So ultimately I left keto after 2 months. But it had worked. For now those were 4 months. It was working. By that time I had lost, I think now 10 kgs, and I started to see change. People started noticing that I'm losing weight. I started feeling lighter. And as I said, this is a journey. This is a journey. A journey has ups and downs. So after keto, that didn't work for me. It didn't work the way I wanted for me. I started I thought my second tip of losing weight was low carb. Now I incorporated some carb in my food, not much, just a little bit of portion, and the rest were veggies and meat and water, of course, and fruits. And I felt comfortable with that one because at least I was more full. I didn't feel guilty of denying my baby any nutrient from the breast milk. This one was good for me, and I stuck it for a while. I stuck with it for a while, and I've been doing it even now. And it's working. It's working for me. I'm more confident with it. I'm more comfortable with it. And then another thing, after my baby hit the 6 months milestone and she could now eat, I decided to try intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is where you stay for hours without food. You can decide like you'll do 16 hours without food and the rest of the hours you can eat. So basically, I was taking my dinner around 8 p.m. And then the next meal I will have will be the next day around 1, from 1 or 12. I can eat. That's when I'll take my lunch, not breakfast. I'll take my lunch. I'll take maybe a cup of tea, and then until supper time again. And it worked. It was working. I was okay with it. I didn't have to change much of my lifestyle. And guys, that has been working for me. Again, I say this is a journey. There's up and down. There's sometimes I won't follow it to the book. So sometimes I'll just lose myself to eat, and I'll eat and I'll forget that I'm dieting or stuff. But then when I remember, I just pick up where I left and I go on, because first of all, I'm not competing with anything or anyone. I'm doing this for myself. I'm not being forced to eat before me. That's the best thing when when you're not being pressured to do it, when you're doing just for the love of yourself, for the love of your body, for the love of your life, you do it. You can do it. So I gained courage with it. I gained confidence. I was able to do all these things, and I was seeing the best thing. I was seeing changes in my body, and it was so rewarding. It was so rewarding. It has been a journey. I'm still trying to do all the three. So my point and my take home is that even if you try and it fails, and you lose yourself and you now forget that you are dieting, pick up ile siku utakumbuka, just pick up from there and go on, and just go on. My ultimate goal is to reach around 80 80 kgs. Now I'm at 89. I just want to reach 80 and I'll be okay, because guys, I was 118 one sorry 113 at some point. I was at 113, and I'll insert some photos for before and after. I never used to see my clavicle, guys, but it's showing. I never used to see my, like, I had a double chin like this. But guys, it's rewarding. You don't know how happy this makes me. This Oh god, this makes me so happy. This makes me so happy.
Just compare.
If you want to lose weight, choose a method that you can easily incorporate in your lifestyle. Choose a method that you can stick to it. You don't stress yourself with these ridiculous meal plans and ridiculous juicing that you know very well you can't even go for a whole year with it, and you're supposed to, like, this is your life, you're supposed to live longer than that period of dieting. So how are you going to do it? Choose a method that is working for you comfortably, comfortably for you. That is my take. You know, that is my take for the day. Oh, another thing, breastfeeding helped me also lose weight. When you're breastfeeding your baby, you burn a lot of calories, and my baby breastfeeds a lot. If you're planning to start your weight loss journey, just take the first step. Try that you've had or you want to try, and then from that you can choose and you can see what is working for you better. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll stick around for mom vlogs, mom life, housewife lives, and such videos. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.